Howdy everybody, and welcome to the Æther-Tech Wars. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Pathfinder 2e campaign, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Brie, Crimson, Dyto, and John. Say hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Very nice. Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with a quick word from our sponsor, XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting your favorite picture as the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get a 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show descriptions. Random Rhapsody is now on Patreon. If you enjoy our show and want to help support our content, you can go on to Patreon and join. We have quite a few different perks, including hanging out in our Discord server with the cast, GM consultants, and even regular one-shots hosted by me. It's a lot of fun. So go check that out at patreon.com/randomrhapsody. This week on Wednesday, we have got another episode of Magi Knight's Awakening. Our team is getting into their investigation phase. They have quite a few different things to look into, and the cult activity is only getting more and more intense. So come check that out and see whether or not they managed to survive yet another night. Now, you can keep up to date on everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's going to do it for our announcements. So join us as we return to the world of Loroupa and journey with a group of Pathfinders who have unwittingly found themselves embroiled in the Æther-Tech Wars. And we're back. So, by now you should know how we do our recaps. We offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for one free reroll to whichever of our players does that recap. If I do it, I get the coin, and I get to use it in all sorts of horrible ways to hinder our heroes on their adventure. And no one really wants me to have that. So, with that in mind, who wants to do the recap for this week?
I will.
Awesome. Well, Yaekaze, tell us what happened last time on the Æther-Tech Wars.
Last time, I caught back up with the party after being distracted by children upstairs. Caught back up to them just as they were entering what seemed to be a crypt One of the sarcophagi within it were broken open, and many creatures began climbing out of their individual coffins. We destroyed them fairly swiftly and continued to travel through the caverns, moving for quite a while in the darkness. In the altar room that we discovered after many misguided attempts to climb up a short cliff, we found an altar to a minor deity, Gozrush. With a little bit of figuring out, we learned that on the altar place there was a somewhat magical silver bowl that we don't know what does quite yet, as well as what we assumed to be holy salt water inside of it. One unfortunate member of our party did drink it, and it was in fact salt water.
It healed me. I will say, it did heal me.
It did, but afterwards we continued on our way through the caverns and accosted a group of goblins in a room with a strange, cartoony construct bulldog. After a very unfortunate combat for many reasons, we did come out on the other side, all breathing, all standing, ready to continue onwards.
Okay. Well done. There you go. There's the Random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it. It's only going to last today's game. Okay.
God knows I'm gonna need it.
Probably. Well, Pathfinders. The large room you all find yourselves standing in looks like it was once a storeroom made of tiny clay bricks.
But promptly, when the kissing ends, Malachi turns away like it was no big deal and lights a cigarette. And sits down against the wall. It's like, I need a break.
This is better than my book.
Yeah, while you're sitting there, let me patch up some of your wounds.
Oh, that'd be much appreciated. And it's good of you to join us, Aeden.
Why does that thing have stinky fur?
What is it of what?
You want to come again?
The green smoke. Stinky fart.
I figure that's a problem for future me. After I get this healing. I'm not even thinking about that.
I'm gonna treat wounds, so it's gonna take 10 minutes.
Well, while that's
In a bad way.
being while those 10 minutes are going on and you begin patching up their wounds, what's everybody else wanting to do?
I think I'm gonna take some moment for prayer and all that good stuff to get back a focus pool.
Okay, about how long does that take?
10 minutes as well.
10 minutes as well. Okay.
Mhm.
Maiko, Aeden.
Can I just like search around for anything interesting and or useful?
So you're wanting to toss the bodies, basically.
Basically, yeah. And that construct too. See if there's
Yeah.
anything we can make use of.
Okay. That is fair. So go ahead and give me a. I suppose that'll be a perception check.
How's a 14?
14's not too bad. You begin searching over the bodies of the goblins, looking over the construct. Aeden, are you assisting with that, or are you doing anything else?
I'm gonna assist.
Okay, go ahead and just give me a perception check as well.
Nope, I don't wanna roll initiative. Roll perception. Thank you very much. A 6.
Can you just add that to my 14 and give us a 20?
Math.
That's a fail to aid.
Yeah. That is a fail to aid, unfortunately. So the entire time that
I'll
Maiko,
help you as she's licking something off of her fingers.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, Aeden, you got distracted by something previously. You know, that little voice in your head just kind of wanted to check something out, and you've been just kind of focused on that during this entire time. So I imagine that now that you're back and you're trying to assist Maiko in searching, you're just kind of a constant chatter about what interesting thing you were staring at. More distracting than anything else, but that's okay. What did you get distracted by?
It was very sticky and sweet. The voice in her head kind of led her to an area of like some kind of nectar, and it was very shiny and it was very good. Although she was told not to eat it, she did anyway. That is what she's still licking off of her fingers right now. But it was the nectar was in the bowl of a statue. She has no idea what the statue was. She was just told to go look at it for a little while. And Aeden felt like she was there for 20 years, so she got hungry.
So you had a mirrored experience to what we did. We also found a bowl and consumed what was inside of it.
Yeah. Just got weird like that. And
Was
that's
yours
something.
sweet and sticky?
That's something you hear Malachi mentioning as you start describing this, while Yaekaze, unfortunately, you're not doing a very good job of patching them up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the coin for that.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Malachi, you want to try some? I hold out my other hand that I haven't stuck in my mouth, and you can see as she like pulls her fingers apart, it's still like kind of like sticky, almost like syrup.
You know, darling, I think I'll pass on that one. Ow, Yaekaze's hurting me.
I imagine Aiden kind of walks over and just like sticks her fingers in Yaekaze's face at the same time.
I'm starting to think that maybe the salt water isn't too bad of an idea. I slosh it around. How much could I guess that I have? Because I took a gulp of it earlier, and it healed me a little bit. So, how many gulps do I got in this water skin?
Well, you've probably it's like a full water skin. So
Yeah.
this is a lot more than just a
Decent
few
amount.
mouthfuls. This is a decent amount.
You know, it kind of makes you feel drunker than a skunk with none of the benefits, but it does have some healing properties. I think I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Are we planning on going on, or are we gonna, saddle on back to the bar maybe? Like, just like kind of board up this door here, check it out tomorrow? It's just an idea.
Actually, I was going to ask that as well, because I feel
Yes.
like we've at least solved the mystery of what was going on. We found what was digging and who were digging. Maybe not everyone, because obviously there's a big bad in that general direction that they were taking you to. But we at least know where they are at. And the digging machine is now broken, so...
Yeah, it seems like now it's kind of turned towards an extermination mission and no longer a mystery.
So, which way does this door open? Like, does it open into the room we're in, or the other way?
It opens outward towards the away from you.
Dang, that sucks.
So just I'll give you a little bit of information as far as what all you found, Maiko. Even though Aeden was distracting you for a while, you did find a few things. In total, there are 3 short bows, 4 short swords on the goblins. Of the goblins, only 2 of their armors are actually recoverable, but there are 2 suits of leather armor that you could take off the goblins. One of the goblins had a set of thieves' tools, and actually, as you're searching, you find one of the thieves' tools is in the doorway down here of this little shed, this wooden shed area. It seems that possibly the goblins were trying to pick the lock before the construct came and found them. You also find in total 4 dried fish rations, good for a day's rations. You find quite a few arrows. I'm not going to count how many, but all of them are in the loot table. Now, the 4 goblins, you also notice that they're wearing something interesting around their necks. On a leather thong around their necks with just a thin piece of leather that's tied with a knot. They're not the underwear thong. There is...
Thanks for the clarification.
You're welcome. I know the way your minds work. There are these little leather necklaces, each strung through a brass gear. Just a small brass gear about this big. You estimate that you could probably sell them if you wanted to. You estimate they're probably worth about 5 silver pieces each. But all 4 of the goblins have them.
Okay, I'm going to take one and
this-
put one on.
I've got 2
I'm
more.
very curious as well. Is this like religious iconography?
I will get to that in 1 second. The last few things that I'm going to tell you about before I answer that question. In total, the goblins have 20 silver pieces on them. And there is also inside the construct, you're kind of examining it and looking through it. You find a small metal hatch that opens up. And inside there's like odd sort of wires and gears and all sorts of like little tiny mechanical contraptions. But in the very center of that is this a cylinder made entirely of glass. It almost looks like a vacuum tube, if you know what a vacuum tube looks like.
Yeah.
Though on either side there is brass fittings around it, and it seems to be connected into the mechanoid, the interior of this thing, as though it can be taken out or put back in again. You actually realize that you could pull it out. However, the thing is broken in half. It seems to have been shattered, and it doesn't quite fit well together. Chances are Ichabod's bullet, Malachi's bullet smashed through the thing and shattered it. And what little of, like, as you're looking at it and you kind of open up that hatch and you're looking inside of it, the rest of that greenish mist escapes out from the cylinder. Now, all of these items are currently on the loot table, so you're free to take whatever you want out of those things. Now, I will get to that question posed by Yaekaze and Draven about religious iconography. Go ahead and make religion checks, both of you.
Draven got a 17. Hey.
And now I roll a 23. We can't.
So here's what I'm going to be able to tell you. You are certain that these are not religious symbols. While there are more and more religions popping up on Loroupa all the time, this one doesn't seem to fit any of the current ones that are known throughout the area. So either A, it's a religion none of you have ever heard of before, or B, it's not a religious symbol at all. But given the fact that it's simply a gear and not like, it doesn't have any motifs about it, it doesn't have like any symbols or runes, with that 23, Yaekaze, you're like, no, there's no way in hell that this is a religious symbol. It's got to mean something else.
Okay. But good news, Maiko. You haven't just accidentally signed yourself up for religion.
It is a cool fashion statement, though. Should we maybe get out of this room? In regards to the green smoke? I mean...
The goblins were obviously trying to pick the lock on that door. Yaekaze points towards the door over here.
I just feel like if
So
the door's
whatever's in
locked,
there
that's a
weren't
good thing.
theirs.
Well, I mean, it could also be a quicker way into town. That way we don't have to backtrack.
This is also true.
I mean, we'd just be in somebody's basement, but weirder things, I suppose, have happened.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I can try picking the lock over here on the... You said this is where the shed is over here? I can't hear you.
I said yes. There is a door right here. This whole wooden area over here is a giant shed. You should be able to see the door itself on your map.
Yeah. I think it's probably best. Well, there's at least one thing that's guaranteed that we don't know is in there. More goblins.
Can I listen at the door first? Do I hear anything behind it?
Make a perception check.
Oh no. 2 sets of goblins on the other side trying to break in to get to the...
15?
With your 15, you are certain there is nobody talking or making any noise on the other side.
Alright, and then do I just roll like a thievery to use a thief's tools?
Yes, it's going to be a thieves' tools check. You get a +1 circumstance bonus because you have thieves' tools on there.
We're gonna go forward. I'm gonna take a swig of this salt water. See what happens.
How's a 25?
25 is pretty damn good. You take the pick from there, you grab the little lever, you go in there and kind of tick, tick, click. It unlocks. Malachi, you're taking a drink of the salt water. Give me a fortitude saving throw.
goes 17.
It is disgusting, but you are able to choke down a few swallows, pushing the salt water into your mouth to try to force it past your gag reflex, because it's super, super salty salt water. It tastes like the ocean, and it is disgusting. Your stomach starts to gurgle, and like you're having to force yourself to keep from throwing up, but you do manage to keep the water down. However, nothing seems to happen
I just drank it for no reason.
other than you have a stomach ache.
Gross. Well, I'm real thirsty. Can I borrow somebody's water skin? Please.
You are hella dehydrated.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I might die again. I almost died twice, and now y'all are like, yeah, let's go through this mysterious locked door instead of going back the way we came. Sure, I think I have a date tonight too that y'all are about to make me miss. But sure.
I'll hand him my water skin to let him have a drink.
Yeah. As
I drink-
Draven doesn't even say anything. He just hands it back.
I drink some of both of them. Thank you. I don't feel good. I do have one more healing potion. Minor healing potion. I'm just trying not to die. I only have 6 hit points.
Yeah. I mean, if we're there here for another like 10 minutes,
protect
I can
you.
try to do another medicine thing.
Well, there's also green gas that's leaking into the room right now. And as much as I want to take that cylinder, I'm a little concerned.
I do want to say that the green gas has dissipated.
Okay, it was like a small amount.
Yeah, it was just wisping up out of the construct. When you open the door, more of it came up, and then when you start fiddling with the insides, the rest of it escaped as well. So the cylinder is empty.
Okay, can we put the cylinder in the loot table, or is it already?
It already
is.
It is there.
Okay. I'll be interested in looking at that. All right. Well, we could take 10 minutes. I'm not gonna say no to some healing. That's it. You know, and some special undivided attention. I definitely won't say no to.
Bright red, which is hard because he is pure white.
Hey, what's up?
Let's see.
It hurts right here and right here.
So you have to wait for an hour before you can be treated again.
God damn it. All right, I drink the healing potion.
Yeah, that's fair.
What is it again?
It doesn't say on your sheet.
There it is, 1d8. Wow, 3. I'm just saying, if I die in here, I'm haunting all of you.
I would be honored.
I don't even know what to say to that. Open the door.
Well, Maiko, you did open the door. It is open, and it went as you do glance inside into that next room. You can see that. Let's see here. Inside this storage closet, you can see a pile of old crates and a few barrels. You kind of walk in and glance through them, and while most of these contain long spoiled food and stained clothing, one of the crates at the very bottom has a small pile of treasure inside of it. You find in total a small leather bag filled with coins, silver pieces. You find a gold ring and a beautiful short sword, which I will add to the loot right now.
I put my gun to my chest and say, I promise to never be a naysayer again.
Cut to an hour from now when you're naysaying everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna be complaining very shortly. But I got my mind on my money. The money on my mind.
So there you go. The loot table is updated.
A lot of
That's a
money
lot
for
of
the
silver.
Spurs. Oh yeah.
All right. You said that's an unusual short sword. I'm curious. Can I possibly do a detect magic right quick?
You have
Just to see if anything.
yeah. If you have detect magic, you can cast the spell.
I will.
And go ahead and pop that up for me real quick. Okay. Let's see here. So you cast your spell and you are able to detect a presence of magic.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Well, for better or for worse.
I think this is better.
I sure hope you're right. But I'm not gonna be the one wielding it to find out.
We can try and figure out what it is once we return to the town.
Yeah. There's some
Absolutely.
wizard that we've yet to speak to in town.
That is true.
This is true.
Yeah, we can get him to give us some thanks for getting rid of their town's little problem with some free identification.
Do we want to check out this other door over here?
I think we should, but that will probably lead to a bigger combat, or at least a big altercation.
Wait, actually, can I go over here and just like listen by the door real quick?
Make for me a perception check.
$23.
You place your ear to the door, listening carefully. You do not hear any sounds on the other side of it.
I'm gonna let them know, hey, it sounds pretty quiet back there. Do we want me to...
And
How
do you want me to open the door?
is it locked? Turn the handle.
It is not locked.
Oh, man. Fine.
I'm gonna
stay
slowly,
behind us.
quietly open the door.
Okay.
I stay behind Draven the whole time.
Okay, bear with me 1 second. Bear with me just 1 second here.
Hey, Twitch is saying that the broadcast ended.
Yeah, I was just seeing
Huh.
that. It says we're offline.
Well,
That's
it
weird.
does.
It just now happened. Yay, tech issues.
Yay, tech issues.
Yay.
Okay, looks like it started up again. Sorry about that, folks. We seem to be continuing to have weird tech issues today. The stream ended and restarted again, but it looks like we are back up once more, so hope you're still with us. I am doing one thing real quick. At least I'm going to try to and see whether or not this works. Did everybody get the request thing I just did?
Yes.
Yes, I rolled it because I thought you wanted me to.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Do you want them to be
I did
secret?
not.
That's how I set it to do.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't. I just got question marks, so I don't know what I rolled.
Okay, this is weird. Yeah, it did not work the way I wanted it to. So I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I would like everybody to give me a blind perception check, please. Okay, thank you. As you're all beginning, you open the door, Maiko, and it appears to be just a simple hallway leading forward into the darkness. And everyone's just like, okay, cool, let's go check out this next room. But Maiko, as everyone starts stepping into, you stop everyone. You're like, no, hold on. There on the ground, across the path, is the tiniest hair of a string stretching from one end of the hallway to the other, right at ankle level, where someone could easily just walk in and hit it. You follow the line as it goes up the wall towards the ceiling, where very craftily concealed is these little slats that looks like it would release the bricks of the ceiling down on top of whomever tripped that trap.
Wow, I am glad I saw that.
Not a big fan of all this.
Mm-mm.
Am I able to disarm it?
Step over it.
Yeah, looking at it, you could snip the string, and if you snip the string in just the right place so as to not disturb the overhead slats, you're fairly certain that you can disable it. Which you can do easily. I'm not going to need another roll for that.
All right, I'll just disable it so that we don't have any mishaps.
Okay. Well, because of that, everyone is able to gain an additional 8 experience points.
Ooh.
Yay!
So go ahead and add that to your character sheets.
Almost halfway.
Okay. Do you all plan on proceeding through the hallway?
Maybe a little extra carefully now.
Can we
Yeah.
make out the door on the far end?
I'll remind you that the map is like not to scale. You would be able to see that in the distance there is a chamber that seems to open up, but you'd have to actually go down the hallway to see that door that's on the other side.
Okay. Well, if we're going, we're going.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
For the I think it's a bad idea.
Okay, I can't go any further.
Can't go any further.
Oh wait, there it goes. Now right now.
Yeah,
Now
you should be able to.
load up. Well, it wasn't loading for me.
Fair enough.
I don't really want to be first.
Yeah, I do feel like our tank should be. I don't know who should be first, our tank or me.
You've kind of been our tank.
You've got the eyes. I'll follow behind.
Okay, yeah, just stay close behind.
Okay. You continue on down the hallway for another 5 minutes or so until it does open up into an odd rectangular room. Let's see here. The room you step into is unique. There are 2 stone statues of knights holding long swords in front of them to either side of the western-facing wall. To the opposite of that is a very large statue of a woman in a hooded cloak with her arms stretched outward, palms up at their full extension. The woman seems to be looking down at her open palms. And in front of her is an altar, a stone altar, with 9 gold coins resting on top of the dais. You can see as you approach that there are runes carved along the front of the dais. As you look upon these runes, who here is proficient in religion?
Me.
Me.
Okay, the two of you. The two of you are familiar with some of the more ancient languages. This is a version of Common. It's just a very, very old version of Common. One that's like used in ritual practices, like within the Church of the Five and that sort of thing. But more often than not, it's not actively spoken. It's just read. As you're reading these runes, you can make them out. It says, "In my hands, I judge the value of all wealth, raising up whichever is greater. One of these coins is a deception. Find it using only 2 judgments and receive my blessing."
Okay, so we get 2 chances to pick the right one.
And I'll put that in chat for you so you can look at it.
Beautiful.
It doesn't mention any
Cool.
repercussions, but I would wager a guess that there would be very severe ones.
I want to try casting Detect Magic again to see if anything pings, if any of them specifically ping, just to bring up some difference. I don't think it'll work, but I'd much rather just knock that out as a thing.
You cast Detect Magic, and you can sense magic in this room.
Okay. It doesn't. Okay, that's how that works.
Detect Magic is very non-specific. It does not detect. It does not tell you what specifically is magic. It doesn't give you any information about the magic. It just says yes or no. This is magic.
It's better at higher levels, though.
Yeah.
I feel like I know money.
I
I want to
look different.
Make
inspect.
make perception checks.
I will guide Aeden.
17.
Hey,
Well, with that guidance, it's a 9.
no, I rolled guidance with it.
Oh, you did roll guidance with it? Oh, I see
Yeah.
it there, the circumstance. Yeah. You have no clue whatsoever. Malachi, well, actually, to be honest, to the both of your eyes, they do look identical. The coins, when you examine them, they're all facing up, and they have the same face of the woman on the top of the coins. That looking at them, they do appear to be gold. From your critical eye, Malachi, it's definitely gold. They're all the same size. They're all the same shape. The face that's pointing upward is the face of the woman of each one, and they all look identical.
I'm willing to manipulate them.
Okay. If you pick them up and look them over on the other side shows scales. You know, a balancing scale. They're all identical as well. You like kind of pick them up and hold them in your hands and kind of weigh them a little bit. And I'm still riding on that 17. They all feel to weigh like the exact same.
Bite them.
I was about to say.
I wanna inspect them in every way. I'm looking at them with my eyes. I'm smelling them. I'm biting them. I'm feeling them.
Look over to Malachi. I'm curious if they all actually taste the same as well.
Yeah, well, you're gonna just have to wait your turn, ain't you?
No.
Yeah, Malachi goes through this thing of licking every single one of them.
No, I'm not. I'm biting them.
Biting them. Okay, fine. You bite them, then you hand them over to Draven. Draven licks them. It's weird.
I did not agree to this.
Don't act like we ain't exchanged spit before.
I'm gonna avert my eyes. You know, I'm thinking maybe they want a little bit of private time right now.
No, you can watch.
Apparently, they like it when you watch.
I avert my eyes even more.
Like you bite them, it's a solid metal. Like you biting as hard as you can does not leave any marks or anything like that. It does not look like you've affected it in any way, shape, or form. But like when you bite, it feels the same. It tastes metallic. It's definitely gold.
Has anyone got a magnet?
What's a magnet?
I'm not willing to take a blind guess, but if...
We've got 2 tries, at least, but I agree we should be cautious.
It says one of them is a deception. There is 9. Is it possible that the one that was a deception is not present? Can I look and see if there's dust on the thing and there's like an empty space, you know?
Yeah,
where it looks like one's been picked up?
With your 17, I'm going to continue to ride on that. There's not a speck of dust on the statue or the altar whatsoever. It's pristine. This entire room seems pristine, as though time itself has not touched it.
I mean, perhaps it doesn't say we have to try with just 1 coin at a time, does it? We could try
you
putting
only
like
2 judgments.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Maybe we take the coins as a whole, split the pile in half, and put them in each hand and see what happens.
Oh, that's kind of a good idea, because then you can at least narrow it down to one side.
Exactly, and then if we need to, we can take it again and split again, and...
But then that would be our second judgment.
True, but at least it would narrow it down.
So 1 group of 5 and 1 group of 4, we can narrow it down, and then at least you got a 1 out of 5 or a 1 out of 4 guess. But a guess is still a guess. Even with good odds.
Or if we put 4 and 4 and they're both even. Well,
then you know the one outlier.
That's not a bad idea.
Well, why don't we take that a little further? Do 3-3-3, and then we'll have a 33% chance no matter which one it seems to be.
There we go. That's probably our best chance.
I still don't know if I bet my life on 33%, at least not in a way so mundane, but...
There are worse odds.
Yeah, there sure are. There are better ones too, though.
I wouldn't know. I didn't go to school for math.
Well, I'm a risk taker, so...
All right.
You'll forgive me if I back away from the altar while you do this.
Oh, come on, you guys. Come on.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Sounds like we split them into 3s, 3-3-3.
Okay.
put 3 in one hand, 3 in the other hand, and leave 3 on the altar.
Okay. So we're going to divide the coins into 3. So they're numbered 1 through 9. You're putting 3 in one hand, 3 in the other, and you're leaving 3. Which 3 are you putting in hand 1? Which 3 are you putting in hand 2?
So 1, 2, 3 in hand 1, 4, 5, 6 in hand 2, 7, 8, 9 on the altar, because it makes no difference to me.
Okay. You place the 2 stacks of coins into each hand that's held like this. 1, 2, and 3 is in the left hand. 4, 5, and 6 is in the right hand. The left hand goes down, and the right hand goes up.
See, something I didn't think about. I don't know which one means that it's a deception. Is
Raising
it
up
lighter?
whichever is greater, though.
Raising whichever is higher, so that the ones that went down has the one that is fake.
Raising up whichever is greater. But
Because
we're
to me, it was
assuming
one that-
assuming that deception means it's
If it's a
Oh,
false coin,
oh,
it's
okay,
not
you're
gonna be
right.
worth
It's
as
not
much,
worth it.
Yes.
Mhm.
okay. I see.
So was that 4, 5, and 6 that got lowered?
1, 2, and 3 got lowered. Was in
Okay.
the left hand.
Okay.
4, 5, and 6 was raised.
So using
So if
only 2 judgments, we
So
could.
if we put 1 in one hand, 2 in another, and then leave 3 off.
Yeah. Listen, this puzzle stuff ain't too hard, huh? Really using
Well,
our noggins here.
Let's see
Unless
if
3
we
is
get
the
it right
deception,
first.
and then that's our second judgment.
Yeah, but then we get present which one we think is the one,
Yep.
right?
If that's how it works.
I think so.
So you place coin 1 in the left hand, coin 2 in the right hand, and coin
And leave-
3 you left aside.
Yeah.
The 2 hands do not move.
My
So
lady.
use the fake coin then.
So then that should mean
How do you think we're supposed to present this to her? I pocket all the other coins.
I guess we just remove all the other coins and then set the fake one on her hand.
You want to rock, paper, scissors?
Well,
for who's down?
is there anywhere on there where it looks like a single
coin
coin would
slot?
fit? Yeah, like coin slot or a little
Is it-
tray, anything?
Is it a
Make a
vending machine?
Make a perception check.
$11.
You do notice that upon close inspection, the woman's lips are open just a little bit, and there is a dark slot right between her lips.
If nobody wants to, it's fine. I will take
Draven?
this one.
I owe you damn near a life debt. Give me that coin.
Oh. Okay.
All right. I can climb up there with the coin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very nervous. Put the coin in her mouth,
You put the coin
and then I
in
duck.
her mouth, and as you're ducking, those of you who are watching notice that the lips close, and then the corners of the lips move upward in a small smile. As this happens, you hear a rumble and an odd sort of grinding sound. And Maiko, you're standing towards the back. You're kind of looking, waiting to dodge, and you see that towards the eastern edge of the far wall over here, a hidden doorway slides open.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we got it right, guys.
God damn, we're smart.
Let's go.
I have seen ghosts and dead bodies, but watching that statue smile was the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't know. I think she's kind of cute.
Oh. Walks away.
I can't tell if he's upset by that or
No.
All right, I'll blow a kiss to the statue. Oh, there's a door over here. I don't like that.
Yeah, you blow a kiss to the statue and make your way over to the hidden door that has been revealed. You do see that there is another door, an actual door, inset into the stone here on the northern side of this chamber. However, you're all interested in what's in the hidden door.
Of course.
The door leading into this chamber is made of stone, and it is very thick as you all pass it. As you step into the room and Malachi shines their ever-burning torch into the area, you find that the small chamber contains an old wooden chest emblazoned with the symbol of a key. Next to the chest is a massive contraption of gears and pulleys that look like the inner workings of some unseen device. As you're also looking around, you can see that there is a tiny shaft of light coming from the wall on the northern side of the chamber. It appears that there is actually there's a little hole in the wall, just barely more than a slit, but more than enough to see some light on the far side, which I will show you right now. Should be able to see that now, or at least see the light coming from it. So, what do you do?
Can I check this chest for traps?
Make a perception check.
I want to peer into the other room then while they're doing that.
Perception check for you as well.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't even do that.
Trips while you're looking at it and just 18 perception.
Okay, Maiko, there are no traps on the chest. Draven, you glance into the hole. You kind of put your face up to it and look about. And you can see on the other side that there is a large open chamber in the other room. The torches you can see kind of flickering from something on the other side of a couple of tall stone pillars in the center of the room. There seems to be 4 of them. And there is a large staircase leading up and past your vision somewhere to the east. You can also hear the sound, very faintly, of voices. What languages do you speak?
I believe just Common and Shadow Tongue. I think that's it. Or, shoot, where's it at? I'm trying to find it.
I think it's on the first page. Character, languages.
Yep, just Common and Shadow Tongue.
Okay. So you're listening, and it's really hard to make out. It's super duper soft, but you can barely hear a.
So it sounds just like what we heard earlier. Before we.
So it's different than the language you heard earlier. Two of the voices, like the tone and inflection, sound similar to what you had heard previously. It's kind of that low, guttural, kind of voices.
Mhm.
But the third one is much more like commanding, and it has a higher pitch to it. But all three of them are speaking in a very different language than the ones you had heard previously.
Oh. I will relay all that information quietly to the rest and see if anybody has any ideas for that, or if they want to take a listen.
Kobolds, perhaps?
Possibly. I've never met a kobold, so it could be.
Well, I doubt that they're cat folk, so I don't think I'm going to be much help.
Yeah, and I doubt they're either Kitsune or halflings. I probably won't be much help
I
either.
mean, maybe. Do we think we're
I mean,
fit
if
for
they're
another
an
fight?
undead, I might know if that's what we're dealing with,
We
or an elemental type.
could try.
I can see if I can hear them without getting spotted. I guess I need to make a perception check.
Yeah, you would have to make a perception check as well.
Yeah, no. Foundry hates me. I haven't been able to roll over 7 in like 4.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't hear the voices at all.
I don't hear anything. There's nothing out there.
Well, we knew that there was somebody in this area that the goblins were taking us to, so this is not that surprising of news. But
Yep.
I guess we should decide how we want to go about this. Do we want to go in guns a-blazing, or should we try it more diplomatic, or just smash them with a hammer?
Like, oh, we just killed all your elite soldiers and your cool robot, but let's be diplomatic.
I have run my magics dry for the day.
Yeah, I think we're not in a state to take another fight like the one we just had.
Mm-mm.
Diplomacy it is. Let us go.
Well, I don't think we're in...
Diplomacy devolves.
Yeah, what if the diplomacy doesn't work, Draven? So what's your backup plan in that case?
We run.
Run?
We smash with hammer and run.
How many more bullets do you have, Malachi?
I'm going to tell you right now, it's not enough. So, and as much as I would love to have more, I cannot recall. Can't recall how to make them right now at this instant. So, I say we start with opening this here box, and then we can maybe return our riches to our room, get some well-needed rest, maybe a little bit of backup from like the town who also wants to deal with this problem, and then we come back.
My worry is that the key to this box that you're trying to open is actually in that room.
Oh, like, we don't need to worry about that. I can pick the lock, and there's no traps.
Yeah, what are you talking about a key for?
Fair enough.
Is it locked? So I thought you just mentioned a key was like engraved on it.
Yeah, I did mention that there's a key engraved on the chest.
Hmm.
I stand corrected. Open the box.
I back up. I'm not playing this game anymore. Listen, I took one risk.
Out of the door.
Well, I actually took a lot of risks.
I checked it over. There are no traps.
There's no traps, and I trust you completely
no worries.
with all my heart.
I have been hiding from everything every other time, so I'm going to continue with that.
I'll stand behind beside Malachi and slowly raise my shield and give you a thumbs up, Maiko.
You got this, sweetheart.
That's a 20 to pick the lock on the untrapped.
The completely untrapped chest.
You take your picks out, very nimbly, tick tick click,
We should be here.
and open up the chest.
See? No traps. What's in the chest?
Better safe than sorry.
You lift up.
Besides trap.
You lift up the chest, and you do find a few interesting things. Inside the chest is a pile of coins, a rolled up piece of parchment, and a small glass box containing a single emerald, which I will
Money,
go
money,
ahead
money.
and add to the loot.
Hell
That
yeah.
can only be dangerous. Oh, it's not a magical one.
Wait, you said the emerald was within like a glass
Yeah, just a
box?
little glass box, and inside there's an emerald.
I suggest we keep the emerald inside the glass box.
You'll get
until
no
we get
argument from
more.
me.
I like that idea.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it doesn't
Can
explode.
any of the? I hand the spells. Do we have a magic user?
Yeah.
Multiple.
We've
I'm a divine caster.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hand this scroll to them. Like, what's this? I don't know magic, so I assume they can look at it and just know.
It will take some time to identify this. It's better to just save it until we're above ground again before we attempt to use it.
You know, I think I'm kind of coming around on your diplomacy or run idea. And here's why. Do you think we can activate that trap in the hallway? Should we be on a swift retreat? Do something
But if
to
they
those
have
slats?
another exit, then
They could have another exit, yeah, but they couldn't
But it
follow
wouldn't
up.
be the same way we're going.
Yeah. The only thing is that would hinder us coming back. So
yeah, that's what I meant. We wouldn't know where.
True, and by the time we get through, they'll be gone, so the town will still
Yeah.
have a problem.
So
Yes.
maybe let's check and see if this door out here is locked. This one right here.
It is not locked.
God damn it. Does this one open inwards towards us or outwards?
It opens inwards.
Ooh, I like that. All right, let's barricade this door. Go retire for the evening. Come back tomorrow. All in favor? Say aye.
Sure. I
Do we
mean,
have anything to barricade it with?
can these
Yeah, do these statues
statues
move?
be moved?
What's that?
Can we move these statues?
I mean,
This right here.
you can certainly try.
I look at Draven.
I'm going to be sore tomorrow, I know this.
Mhm. I'm like, flex.
Best I can do is help you with this. 'Cause I
I'll
think
hold your
it's-
shield for you.
You're the last one I haven't guided yet, so.
Wouldn't that make you encumbered if you did?
Yeah, but I'm not going anywhere.
That's true.
I was just standing there,
Balls.
lean on it. I'm
Yeah,
just
me
like
with my-
holding it up, like really.
Me with my +0 strength is not going to be much help on this one.
Yeah, me neither.
I guess I can try. Is it just
Don't-
athletics?
Don't
Yeah,
hurt
it is.
Before we do this,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
it's a very large stone thing, and you're dragging it across a very stone surface.
Is it gonna be
That's
noisy?
likely going to make noise.
Yeah,
Well,
Somebody guess silence?
Why don't we move the chest in there? Why don't we move the chest? I know it's probably not going to keep them out really well, but
Why don't we just find a place here and camp out?
That
Where's
shed back there's
I
probably the
didn't.
best bet.
I didn't want to have to bring this up again. But remember how I said I have a date? Pretty sure I have a date today.
We're getting
Alright.
paid for this.
Yeah, we're getting paid quite a lot for this, but also I have other needs.
Other needs.
I have
Looks
other.
the Draven.
I mean, I think Aeden has a nice book that would help you out with.
I don't think it would. I think it would only serve my frustration.
Yeah, I don't think it would help as much as you think it would. I mean, it's good, but
I'm just saying, y'all want me to slide a beautiful woman, and that's on you, on your conscience. You have to carry that for the rest of your life.
Oh no.
It weighs on me, okay? It weighs on me. I'm trying not to break hearts out here. Alright. So what's the plan?
Go back to the shed and rest. One person keep an eye out.
That works for me. I think I'm the healthiest of everyone, and my spell slot is back, so we're good.
I mean, yeah, I could use a little bit of healing.
This sucks.
So what's the plan here, folks?
Sounds like we're camping in these dank, nasty caves. I'm covered in blood. Can't even take a bath. Whatever.
That's
Bathe in
true.
the salt water.
No, what if it could heal you guys once, though? I mean, it didn't work a second time on me, but... Emergency. No. You're not going to try it? Not even on the verge of death?
I was curious if we put it back in the bowl, if it would kind of almost react to that.
Oh, yeah, it could regain its healing powers.
Recharge it.
But I am at full health and don't want to tempt that, so...
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
I too am at full health.
Alright, let's at least put this chest in front of the door so if somebody did come through, they'd have to knock it over and alert us.
Good call.
Okay. So you're going to pick up the chest that's in front of all the mechanical contraption on the wall and put it in front of the door.
Forgot about this mechanical contraption.
Yeah, there is mechanical contraption. It's all gears and kind of big box of something. There's like wires and tubes, and then there is two levers sticking out from one side of it.
Yeah, let's leave. That's a tomorrow problem. That's a tomorrow thing.
That's a future us problem.
Are you guys sure we don't want to go back and let anyone know where we're at? In the case of anything terrible happening.
I mean, do we know where
We'll
we're
be all
at?
right.
We could.
We've been in these catacombs for a while.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We could go back and just letting people give an update on what we found and what the plan is.
You have been
Everything's-
down here for about a good 3 hours, just so you know.
Yes, I'm like, they might be concerned about us.
I think the truth is we're just hired help, and they don't really care whether we come back or not. They'll just hire more.
Yes,
But
that's
That is such a bleak outlook on life, on other people.
True sometimes.
Frankly, I'm ashamed of you.
oh,
I'm just saying, like, we could send a couple of scouts.
It's okay,
go back.
Draven. I think you're spitting fact.
Straight facts.
Okay,
You
so
know.
where are you planning on camping here in these underground catacombs?
I think we should be here. Oh, can't do that.
go
Here.
back towards the shed down here.
Collides with a wall, it says.
oh, where all the goblin corpses are?
Yeah. We can just,
Can we-
throw them in another room. Throw them in the closet there.
I was gonna say that's the closet's probably where we should rest.
What, you want to get? All right.
Yeah.
If you only have one
I will only go
entrance-
so far.
One entry point, one place to funnel them all into, and whack.
Yeah,
Smash 'em with a
and-
hammer.
And a good place for them to, I don't know, throw some fire, a Molotov cocktail in at us.
Oh, that's a future us problem.
Oh my god. I'm starting to not like you people.
So you all make your way through.
We should move these bodies. We should absolutely move them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Okay. You're going to
So
move
they're
the
not
bodies?
just- Yeah, they're not just laying there.
Where are you planning on
Um,
putting the bodies?
Just put them outside this door here. Like over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's working. It's not working.
I mean,
Hold it.
if we have some time,
I am. There we go.
I've got my shovel. I could dig not like a grave, but something at least a little bit into the ground, so it's a little bit more concealed out there.
Wait, what if... Hear me out on this.
Mhm.
But we want to block
God.
that door up there. So what if we just pile all the bodies right in front of that door? I mean, it may not completely stop them, but it'll
I-
at least make it difficult.
That would possibly also ruin diplomacy.
Yeah, that's kind of was my concern, is
I
that
think-
if they did make their way, they would see the corpses of their friends.
I think
Personally.
diplomacy's forgone because we're resting.
I mean, we don't know how that happened. They were dead when we got here.
Mm-hmm.
We've been trapped in that closet for so long. We heard screams.
You know, when we solved that puzzle, I really thought maybe we were pretty smart, you know? So I want to continue thinking that. So think about the next thing that you say, and we'll see. I think we should just stack them out of sight, which is on the other side of this door.
I agree.
I don't know how we're going to move that big mechanoid or whatever.
Piece by piece.
Or we could just leave it. And just
Yeah,
not
yeah.
worry
We'll
about it.
pour water over it, and then it'll rust, and they'll just think it rusted.
Yeah, instantly.
Ignore the bullet
are you
hole,
talking
the
about?
giant smashed back end. It's fine. It was the rust.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's backpedal just a little bit. In the room with the statue and the puzzle, you took the empty chest and you put it in front of the door?
Yeah, standing up on one side. So if they were to open the door inwards, they would probably have to knock it over.
Okay. Okay, so you have it positioned on the one side, and then you go through the room with the statue, and there was those 9 gold coins. Did you leave the coins on?
Oh, I took all of I took
Okay,
all of them.
you took all of them?
Everybody seems to have forgotten, so I don't say anything.
Okay. Mark that down on your character sheet that you have the 7 gold coins
So,
from the statue.
I marked 8
Or
gold
8,
coins, but
sorry,
I marked them separately of my gold pieces because I'm not sure if the exchange rate is going to be the same.
Yes,
So.
please do so.
But yeah, I do have them on there.
Okay. And then also I'm just gonna point out to you all that on the loot table there's a ton of stuff that nobody has claimed. It stays where it is unless you guys claim it and put it on your character sheet. So if you're planning on taking anything, you need to do so.
Yeah. Figure out if you guys want anything, and if you can't carry it, then I can at least carry it. So just tell me what you need, because there's nothing on the list that I'm needing. So
I'm interested in the glass cylinder, if nobody objects to me taking that.
I definitely want to see what the short sword is. This
Mhm.
unusual one. We should hold on to that. I could care less about the short bow, regular short sword, or leather armor.
Take a gear necklace. Sure, why not?
I think the gear necklaces actually are going to come in handy. So
Yeah,
at
I'll take
least
one.
Oh yeah, I've already got one on. Does anybody else have a short bow? Would any of you guys need arrows?
Nope.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Okay, then I'll just take the arrows if nobody else needs them. Might as well.
We could divvy out some money.
Sure.
I kind of want to take the emerald in the box. Since
Yes.
it's supposed to stay in the box.
Yeah, if it's not magical, I figure we can sell it and split the profits.
We don't know. It's in a box.
I know, I'm just saying once we find out.
Wait, you said we have the... Who has the glass cylinder, by the way?
I just took it. Unless you
No, sorry, brain just went a little like...
You're like, wait a
Jimmy...
minute.
I had a Jimmy Neutron moment where I was just like...
Dried fish rations? Yummy!
I will remind you that the fishery was one of the places that was hit by the thieves.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things
Indeed
that
it
you're
was.
told was taken was big barrels of dried fish.
Yeah, well, my tummy's rumbling. That's all I'm saying.
Unless somebody else
mean-
wants to hold it, I'll go ahead and carry the unusual short sword.
Yeah, we can try and identify that in the scroll. Over this
Yeah,
first
let's see what those are, then kind of go from there on those two.
And then there's, of course, the gold ring and another gear necklace still up for grabs.
I'm assuming the gold ring is just a gold ring. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, it's
What
probably
is the gear
money.
necklace?
That was on the goblins. They all were wearing one. I mean, we don't know anything beyond that.
So it's like a gang symbol.
Yeah. Gang symbol. I took 2 of the fish rations. So whatever else is for somebody else.
Okay.
If nobody else wants them, I'll take them. Good to have rations.
There you go. Alright. Money splitting.
I'm working on the math.
I think I can just do a distribute coins. There's a button here
Oh.
for that. If you'd like me to
Oh,
use that.
Mm-hmm. I wonder who it'll give
Yes,
the extra to.
Better.
Just if you luck out.
I don't know.
Go team, cross your fingers.
Let's see.
Let's find out.
So we're gonna find out what happens. Let's see.
Okay, just leaves them. Leaves
Yeah,
the
it
extras.
just leaves it.
Oh, nice.
So then I guess we can
Is-
decide.
Is it possible to just leave those coins in the loot table, like, and just pretend that they're in like a pouch?
Coins I don't
Mhm.
care about. Items, however, I do. So claim the
I'll
items,
carry the
and
short
I'll
sword
leave
for
the stuff that you're not taking, and I'll take the things you don't want off the loot table.
Yeah, I see no use for the rest of it.
Unless somebody else wants that gear necklace. I think somebody
I'll
should take
I'll
it.
take the last one just in case.
Okay. So if you come up a gold piece short for something, we got the community pile of 3 gold pieces.
Hmm.
Here's the thing, though: if we don't take that short bow and the armors, I don't know how prevalent is gold in this world. Is it something that?
It's pretty rare. Those are worth money. So if somebody
Yeah,
can
that's what I was-
carry the armor at least, or the short bow, 3 gold pieces. It says.
Yeah,
I-
I mean, I can probably carry the short. I could carry one of them, either short bow or leather armor.
Again, I will reiterate, very strong, can carry a lot.
Okay,
I probably can.
Okay, I mean, if you don't mind, if you want to grab those, then we'll sell them in town.
Sure.
So
and
might as well sell them.
That's
I
another
just-
great reason to come back to town, huh? Just saying.
Mhm. My goal by the end of this is to look like one of those like memory turtle people from the labyrinth. That
Yeah, you got
Yes.
the great bag.
Yeah, you just have this giant backpack that you're.
I do assume you left my guitar probably in the room though. There's
Someone
no reason to
actually
bring that.
made a horde hag based off of those in Pathfinder. We were watching Labyrinth, and I made a joke about that would be a great hack. Just one that just hoards things, and they've just got random things on their back.
That's cool.
All right, so I got 2. You said you were gonna take 1. I'll take the 2 short bows. So, and then, back to what I was thinking. While you guys are thinking, I'll let you figure this out. I just want to say this out loud so I can get it out of my brain. Glass cylinder with the light prism. I don't know if that could be to anything, but
Elaborate on that.
sorry, we have a random glass. It's probably nothing. I'm now in puzzle mode, and so I was just like, in that
So
one
there's
room
a
where there's
prism?
that one sliver of light, and you have a cylinder of crystal. So I'm just like, oh, a sliver of light and a crystal, and my brain is.
And it makes a prism.
It does, which is probably nothing but pretty, but
Why don't you sleep on that?
I will. Oh God, I want to.
All right. Anything else that you can hold? Leather armor, short sword.
Let's see. I'll try with the leather armor because they're the more
Heavy. Yeah.
They're the heavier and more expensive too. They're worth 2 gold pieces each. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I grabbed that extra short bow. So if anybody decides they want to use a short bow, you can have it. But
All right. So I got the leather armor, and we are still good. I at bulk 12 out of 14.
Okay.
Nice.
So, are you going to leave the 4 short swords?
Damn. So many shorts. Well, what if we find some other treasure, tomorrow? We don't have a lot of room to work with.
I think we leave.
Yeah, I'm fine leaving them unless.
yeah, I don't necessarily see a reason to keep the short.
Okay. With that, everything distributed, Draven's pack looking quite a bit fuller than previously. You all plan on trying to take a short rest, or a long rest, I mean. I'm sorry. You mentioned something about moving the bodies out into the other room?
Yeah, we move them into this hall over here.
Sure, absolutely. You can spend time doing that while everybody has been going over different stuff. The 4 goblin bodies, very easy to move. Goblins don't weigh a whole lot. The mechanoid, on the other hand, is heavy. Draven, give me a athletics check, please.
Okay. No, too heavy for me right now.
Yeah, too heavy for you. You're trying to push it and strain it, but dude, you are exhausted. It has been a long freaking day. You spent your day adventuring, just exploring the town. You've spent your evening exploring these catacombs underneath. It is heavy as hell, and you cannot seem to budge it more than a few feet.
Anybody got a blanket we can just throw over it?
Put a little blanket over it.
Yeah, just hide it.
I have a bedroll.
We might need that. We could just cover it with dirt.
I have a bedroll too. Maybe if we have enough, we can cover bedroll.
Listen, I think I'd prefer to sleep in my bedroll.
Agreed.
I've got chalk. We could just color it with some chalk and,
All right, I'm going to bed. I'm sick of you.
And
sick and tired.
Okay, you drape a bedroll over the top of the mechanoid. Are you leaving the doors to this chamber open or closed?
Close it.
Closed for sure.
Closed, please.
Okay. And you're also closing the door to the shed. So all of you are kind of crowded into this little 20 by 20 foot wooden shed that's been built into this dank and sort of dark basement-y kind of room you've discovered down here. It is, well, like I said, dank and pretty musty inside the shed. You all kind of spread out, pull out your bedrolls. Is there any preparation you plan on doing before trying to settle in for a night? And also, how do you plan on dealing with watch for the night?
Let's try and identify the
first of
short
all-
sword before anything.
Okay.
And also, is there anything in these crates and barrels? Is this a chest over here?
Yeah, we've already discussed what's all in the crates and barrels and chests.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as identifying the short sword, you can sit down. Are you trained in Arcana?
New.
I am.
Okay, so you sit down with it, Yaekaze, for about 10 minutes, and you realize that there's nothing you can really gain from this because you're not trained in Arcana. But Aeden, however, is. So Aeden, I would like for you to make me an Arcana check.
See if I can roll above a 5. Hey, I did! I rolled a 9. 16.
You sit down with the short sword and begin to examine it. You unsheath it from its little scabbard. You happen to notice that there is a rune inscribed on the blade itself. After about 10 minutes of examining and trying to ponder out what it is, you do realize that this is a +1 short sword. Who has the item? Was it Draven that had it on his...
in my inventory.
Oh, Yaekaze? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's going to go to Draven, but...
Well, can anybody use short swords, or am I the only one?
I think Maiko might be able to.
Short sword is a martial weapon?
I think the issue is that it's strength-based.
Yeah, I need...
No, it's finesse.
Yeah, it is finesse. It has the agile and finesse traits.
In that case, I could also use it.
Yeah, I can use it if it has agile or finesse, but I'm also fine with keeping with whoever's gonna, benefit the best.
Well, it's not going to do me literally anything, so...
I can't use a short sword.
Draven, I imagine you want to stick with your shovel.
Yeah.
All right, Maiko, you want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
You want to roll off?
Yeah, this is us rock, paper, scissors, but it's going to be a roll off.
Okay, so we're going to do rollies. I want the both of you to roll me a d20. Whoever gets the higher roll gets the short sword.
Middle of the pack, baby. Okay. I literally dropped my rapier on the ground. I'm not carrying that shit.
Well, you can put it in the loot table.
All right.
And there you go. You have a +1 short sword. +1s are different in Pathfinder than they are in 5th edition D&D. It gives you a +1 to hit, but that's it.
Not to damage, yeah. That's fine. Hitting's the hard part.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Damage is a different rune entirely.
Yes, it is.
Break time?
Yes, actually. Once Aeden has finished identifying that short sword, you all kind of lay back and try to get yourselves a long rest.
What about that scroll? Were we checking that scroll too, or are we waiting on that?
We'll get to that after break because it is getting kind of late. So we are going to be back in about 10 minutes, folks. And when we return, we will find out A, what that scroll is, and B, what happens while our heroes attempt to take a long rest. Stay tuned. Howdy everybody, we are back. And when we last left off, our Pathfinders had decided to forego dealing with the next room, make their way back to the room with the shed and all the goblins that they had slain, move those bodies into the next corridor and kind of cover them with dirt using Draven's shovel, and then heading into the shed, which they then closed the door of, and plan on taking a long rest. Now, I just realized when I was glancing at my notes that I forgot to award you your experience for dealing with the statue challenge.
I was just going to ask about that.
Yeah, so I just realized that I forgot to give that to you. So go ahead and add each of you 80 experience to your character sheet.
That's a lot of math.
That's what a calculator is for.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with it.
We're halfway there.
Almost.
Or more than halfway at this point.
We're
Over, yeah.
halfway
For some of
there.
us. Anyway.
Anyway, you all settle in and try to make yourselves as comfortable as you can. We also said we were going to attempt to identify that spell scroll. The spell scroll that, as you glance at it, Yaekaze, that's another thing that is an arcane spell. So you're going to need Aeden to make another check. Aeden, you can sit down and take 10 minutes. I imagine this is going on as you're all like eating some rations. So everyone like take a ration off your character sheet as you sit there and munch and have some late dinner. So give me an Arcana check, Aeden.
Arcana. Let's see, can I roll over a 10 this time? We're going to set the bar a little higher. Nope, natural 1.
Too ambitious.
Natural 1. You cannot discern what this spell is. It is far too complex for you.
I can't quite tell what this spell is. It could be because I'm hungry and tired. Maybe in the morning I can take another look.
Sounds like a plan.
So what's the plan for this evening as you all settle in, pull out your bedrolls, and try to make yourselves as comfortable as possible? Is everybody going to sleep right away, or are you sitting a watch?
We can set up watch. I'm okay if we need to take shifts. I can take a first shift or whatever.
I have all of my stuff for the most part, so I also can take like second watch or something.
Okay. So that's your first 2 watches. There are a total of 4 watches in an 8-hour period. Each one is a 2-hour shift.
I'll take third.
I'll take fourth. And then also, how do I use my rations?
Yeah, just
if you click on it in your inventory, if you click on the word rations, under it there will be a blue bar that says use.
I just subtracted 1 from the fish. So that works too.
Either or. Okay. Whoever's taking the first watch, I would like you to make a perception check.
You got it.
Make this one blind. Just a GM.
Blind GM? You got it.
Okay. Your first 2 hours, Draven, you settle down, you kind of put your back against the wall, you're listening for any sounds that are coming in through the chamber beyond where you're all trying to sleep. Good news is nothing disturbs your first 2 hours. It's very, very quiet. The smell of mildew and slight damp earth is actually kind of homey for you and reminds you of your childhood a little bit. Who is taking the next watch?
Me.
Aeden. Blind GM perception check. You settle in for the beginning of your watch, and you're listening quietly. You hear a sound on the other side of the wall. A what languages do you speak?
I speak Amaran, Common, Fae, Goblin, Kitsune, and Necro.
You do recognize the language. It is Goblin. The voices say, "Where the heck did they go? They've been gone for far too long. Look over there. It's the digger. The digger's broken. Look at this. There's holes in it. Someone put a bedroll on top of it. What the heck? Someone's got to be down here. Do you think it's from the village? There's no way of knowing. Look." And then you hear like a little bit of kind of sounds. Do you do anything? Or are you going to continue to listen?
Sorry, I'm reading one of my spells. I'm trying to see if I have to have line of sight or not.
Mm-hmm.
Does not say.
Remember, you are in a shed. You're just hearing it from the other side of the wall. It's just a wooden wall. It's very thin, no more than maybe like a quarter of an inch thick. You can see like the 2x4s in this as a frame over this. So like imagine you're inside of a shed underground and you're hearing it, this whispering on the other side.
And I didn't hear the chest knock over.
You did not hear the sound of the chest knock over.
Okay, I do have to be able to see it. Okay. I'm just gonna listen and stay quiet for another minute or two, because they still seem confused.
You hear the sounds of rummaging for a little bit. The Aether decanter is missing. What?
Aeden is very confused. She has no idea like what happened in that room. So,
but you were there when we took it.
Yeah, you were there. You were there when they took the thing out of the mechanoid. You would have seen that before they,
But I don't know what it is. This thing was destroyed, and they took things out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. But you continue to listen. They took the decanter, but nothing else. Where? Should we go back? Look. There's blood all over the ground. Here. And here.
Who's closest to me?
Maiko is wrapped up in a bedroll right next to you.
I'm gonna nudge Maiko with my boot and cover their mouth so they don't make noise when they wake up.
Maiko, I imagine you're a pretty light sleeper, given the fact that as a child you lived among bandits. So you feel this little nudge and then a tiny little hand going over your mouth, and your eyes go wide and you look about. Fortunately, that torch is still lit in this room. It's kind of just sitting there on top of one of the barrels because it never like produces heat or anything. So your eyes open and you can see Aeden with their hand over your muzzle, keeping you quiet and looking at you.
With my finger on my mouth, and then I mouth the word goblin and point to the door. I don't say it out loud. I'm just mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of nod at you in understanding. Like I know I'm not gonna say anything, and I'll wake up and I don't speak Goblin, so I'm not gonna listen. There's no point. I guess I'm gonna start kind of go in quietly and, quietly nudge everybody else awake. Just, I figure we should all be prepared just in case.
Okay,
And I'll
Maiko.
keep listening.
Maiko, I would like you to make a stealth check for me. Make this blind, a blinded GM. And Aeden, I would like another blinded GM perception check.
Oh god, I hope I did okay.
My favorite part of Pathfinder are these private rolls.
I agree.
And I'm gonna follow suit with how Aiden did. I'm gonna, kind of gently nudge them awake and, like, kind of just place my hand over their mouth, just like, hey, quiet. But I also feel like we'd all kind of. Well, no, we only just met. Timeline.
Well, we had a decent length ride together.
Yes, you've known each other for at least about a week, a little
Mhm.
less than.
Cool.
Also, before you get too much farther, I just want to let you know that Ashley N is in chat right now, and she has redeemed a hero point for you all. So say thanks to Ash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing.
We don't know if we should use it or not on account of the question marks, but
Yeah, so just so you know, you currently have 2 hero points floating.
Do I need
Anyway.
do we need to use it?
You don't get to know that. This is what happens. Maiko, you very as stealthily as you can crawl over to each individual and kind of shake them awake and do the same thing that Aeden did to you. Hand on the mouth, finger to your own lips, telling them, shh, quiet, quiet. As you're doing this and rousing everybody awake, Aeden, you have your head to the door, your ear pressed against it, and you're listening quietly. The goblins continue. Look over here. Look at these drag marks. There's strips of blood going to the door over here. Check it out real quick. You hear a very gentle creak. It's barely audible to you, Aeden, but you hear this. What the? There's a mound of dirt over here. Now I'm getting creeped out. Let's get back. We gotta tell the boss what happened. Do we move the digger? I can't push it. Can you? We'll have to get a new decanter. I don't know if we can fix this thing. Look at these holes. If anyone can fix it, the boss can. Let's get moving. At which point, you hear, let's see here. I want to check one thing real quick. You hear a very, very soft sound of a door closing. Click.
Hey guys, the goblins are gonna go get their boss. They found the blood and the drag marks and the dead digger. Whatever you took out of it, I think they want back.
Should we move now and catch them before they get back to their boss?
Or we set up the trap so when they come through the door, it collapses behind them so they cannot leave. And then we just take care of things.
Right. I like that idea. Do we know if they set the trap? Because we might want to put the wire in a different spot so they don't, skip it.
They didn't come from the area with the...
Are you sure about that? Or did you just not hear it?
Well, I mean, I didn't hear it, but...
There's only one other way they could have come from, in which case they'd see the mound of dirt prior to, So why would they go and...
Okay,
they saw it after, though. But after.
Are you a mind reader? Are you in my head, too?
Yeah, apparently. Is that information you're keeping to yourself?
No,
Okay.
but I hadn't said it yet.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, we just all woke up. But
True.
Well,
I do think, though, we should be prepared for when they get here. Maybe we can hide and, ambush them.
I mean,
Catch them by surprise.
Do you think you have the skills to set that trap up again?
DM, if I am able to disarm a trap, would I reasonably be able to rearm said trap?
You can certainly try.
I mean, I guess it's it's worth a shot.
Yeah. Or I could stick a bunch of gunpowder in there.
I mean, there's that too.
well, now that we have somebody who it seems can understand, maybe we just talk and see why. I mean, if they'll leave the town, maybe there doesn't have to be any more combat.
I mean, I guess we could try that too. I would suggest, though, how about this? You guys diplomacy it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I might be able to help with that. Hold on.
Draven has a low opinion of the people in the town as to whether they actually care about us or not, but a really high opinion on these thieving goblins who are going to now be diplomatic with us. Like, you're out of your mind.
It's in Draven's head. It is still the mayor. Bad, big bad.
Yeah. See, if I had gone to my date, I could have got you some more details.
I've got group coercion, so I could probably coerce them to maybe leave us alone.
That's fun.
Well, let's see. Is it still a good idea to rig this trap? Just in case?
I mean, I don't see why not. What's the worst that can happen?
A lot, but...
Mm-hmm.
There are many things that could go poorly here.
Well, I like the trap idea better than just having a word with these guys.
I can also create a diversion.
I can shoot and I can stab. So
if we need to run, I can create a diversion to help us possibly get a head start.
All right, I start packing up my bedroll in preparation to run.
Yeah, that's fine. How would I go about trying to rearm said trap? Real quick.
Are you all heading out from the shed and you're gonna try to rearm the trap? Are you proficient in crafting, Maiko? Are you trained in it, I should say?
That would be a no.
Maiko, I can help you if you guide me through it.
I'm trained in thievery. Does that help?
Not exactly, no.
If I were to be the one to actually re-rig the trap, could she use thievery to kind of talk me through where to place the wires and stuff?
Yes, if you wish to try to make to actually do the work, Maiko could make a thievery check to aid you and possibly help you out with this.
I am also trained in crafting. It's just a +3.
I have a +7.
Okay, way better.
Jesus.
Big dumb sorcerer over here.
Aeden sounds stupid, but she's actually really smart. She's just erratic.
I could tell by the 6 languages you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you speak my language.
Okay, well, Maiko, you and Aeden reopen the door and make your way over to the trap that is set up at the entrance to the hallway into the next chamber. Go ahead, Maiko, and give me a thievery check.
I feel like we're playing that game, Don't Wake Daddy.
15.
Unfortunately, that
Take
is a
this.
failure. So, Aeden, you are not going to get a +1 on this check. Go ahead and make a crafting check for me.
Hey, I rolled a 10. 17.
17 is actually pretty good. Although Maiko really is not helpful at all, trying to give you helpful hints on how to reattach the wire. You're looking it over, and you're kind of making adjustments, and you're looking at the way it's placed and how it's woven through the little cracks and the threads on the wall, and you kind of bring them together and very nimbly stitch the thing to and connect it, and it looks like if someone were to walk through there, they would trigger it once again.
Okay, it's triggered. It's re-triggered.
Just to also help out while they're doing that, I will do a quick lay on hands to give Malachi at least 6 more HP.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Should we split up? Maybe have a couple of people in the shed and a couple of people beyond this door here, so we could flank them. And our diplomat right there in the center.
Oh.
I mean, I was gonna say maybe I could like kind of hide out in the shadows a little bit.
I like that plan. I can also join you in shadows if you would like, but I will probably be a shield instead, so I will stand with our diplomat. And I look over to the sprite. Oh.
And here I thought the diplomat was you.
Oh, I don't think I should be the diplomat. I can translate a
You can
diversion.
You're the only one that can speak to them.
Oh yeah, I can translate. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll protect you.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna stand on the other side of this door with these corpses.
All right, so where am I? Am I gonna stay in the shed, or
So
I'm assuming like over here will be too obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, my thoughts just if they enter the room, we might get, flanking a little quicker if we're on opposite sides here. So, like, some people could be hiding in the shed still, some people could be beyond the store.
It's not a bad idea. So, I'll be sitting on the robot and waiting.
Well, maybe don't stand there in case you gotta wait for them to come through the hallway.
Couldn't hear you, Brandie.
Oh, I was saying, what if I'm over here on the side of the shed?
Follow your dreams, Maiko.
Like right
like
here.
it.
Yeah, you're pretty hidden.
I think that's a good idea. That's where one of them was hiding before.
Yeah.
I forgot there was a little thing over there. Should one of us go and see if the chest was in fact knocked over? I don't know you saying anything about it, you hearing it or not.
At this point, they're coming to us, so if you want to, we
Yeah,
can meet them.
At this point, I don't think it really matters, but
It would just be good to know which direction they're going.
Draven has the dark vision, right? How far can you see? Could you stand over here and see on the other side?
Probably. It's just like normal vision. It's like you seeing outside in the daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why don't you just take a look through the door and see if it looks knocked over?
All right. Let's see what I can see. What do my special eyes see?
You would have to move down the corridor quite a ways to see the door on the other side. Just so you know, like I said, the map is not to scale.
Okay.
You will have to kind of step over the trap. You know it is there, so the DC is very simple. I just want you to make an acrobatics check. The DC is 10.
Oh, Jesus. Why are we doing this?
You don't have to.
If you think you can't beat a 10, That's fine, but like,
I'm
Yeah,
worried about it, but I also I don't think it
Yeah, I think it's pretty
This
obvious
point-
they came from that way.
exactly. So
Because they saw the mound of dirt last.
Yeah.
that's why I think they're gonna be coming this way. So at this point, it's just playing the waiting game and not trying to overly complicate things. But if everybody wants me to, I can attempt it.
No,
I'm assuming there's no door over here behind me, is there?
No, there's not.
okay. I guess we're just waiting around then.
yeah. Anybody want to wait with me over here?
Oh, I really wish I've rested.
Yeah, because I'm assuming we didn't get any healing from that rest, did we?
Oh no, no.
You can
No
try
healing,
and
no
treat
spell
some
slots.
wounds.
I could, while we're waiting, if somebody would like touch up.
Well,
Maiko, I believe you're still particularly injured.
I mean, I could use a bit of healing. I've got 11 out of 19 right now.
Okay, so here's the deal. You absolutely can spend 10 minutes to try to heal people. However, it also sounds like you're like trying to hide and lie in wait for the expectation of somebody coming back into this area, which means that you really can't hide if you're being your wounds are being tended to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think we could try and treat wounds you and then just deal with it if they arrive in that 10 minutes, but...
be inside the shed.
I'll be good. I'll be fine.
You sure you want to take a swig of this salt water?
I do have
I'll
a
be
healing
fine.
potion as well if you want that. I have one more.
I mean, I would not turn down a healing potion.
I say take it. Just do it.
Yeah,
I'll throw it in the
take it.
stash, you can take it.
All right.
Malachi's pacing on the other side of the door, trying not to smoke a cigarette.
Draven's on the other side praying that Malachi does not light up a cigarette.
I'm like, it's fine, it's good, it's fine. I don't need it. I'm strong.
Can I just use this healing potion real quick?
Yeah, you can go ahead and use it right now.
Damn.
Let's go.
That's max healing.
There you go. So
Max health.
I would like everybody to position themselves where they're wanting to hide or where they're wanting to be, as you all lie in wait for whatever to come down the corridor. Are you leaving this door open or closed? Because I remember you did
They
open.
closed it, right?
I think we're going to leave it however they left it.
Okay, it was closed. The reason I opened it is because Draven was talking about heading down there.
Draven was not.
David was
We were talking about
I
impressed.
sending
apologize.
him.
Everyone else was throwing Draven under the bus to go do that.
There.
There you go. There you go.
Which way does
You mean under the purse?
which
Yeah,
way does this door open?
Which door?
This where I'm at over here.
That one open. It opens towards you.
Towards me?
Yeah.
Okay, so if they opened it, I would be behind the door. Okay, not bad. I'll take it.
Okay.
And I've got my short bow ready.
Got my short sword ready. My gun is always ready because I summon it at the beginning of every combat. So.
Ready to die.
I've
Okay.
got my short friend ready as I look over at Dyto.
Okay.
Yeah, you're sitting like heads and shoulders above both of us, too.
So the three of you are crouching there, or just standing there out in the open, while Malachi is hiding behind one door and Maiko is hiding behind the shed. Those of you who are hiding, give me stealth checks.
Does Aeden have dark vision?
No, I don't have dark vision. I have low light vision.
I'm going to cast light for you then.
Okay, go ahead and cast light.
Oh, it's so bright. Please.
My eyes.
Sorry.
At least
I should have
shield.
warned you. I apologize.
And so, the three of you standing there in the middle of the room next to the digger, while Malachi and Maiko are both hidden in their respective places, you all wait. A minute goes by. 5 minutes goes by. 10 minutes goes by. 20. 30.
Could've,
Go ahead. What was that, Malachi?
I said I could have smoked a cigarette in this time.
You could have. You're kind of sitting there like, what's going on?
I'm thinking about it like, I could. I totally could.
Your ears kind of towards the door. You're not hearing a whole lot. Just Aeden, Yaekaze, and Draven kind of shuffling a little bit. An hour goes by. An hour and a half goes by.
At this point, I'm dozing off.
Probably.
I mean,
Man, we
okay.
could have slept.
I know, right?
Could have. We could be sleeping.
What's the save to resist smoking a cigarette?
I feel like that's a will saving throw.
I light a cigarette at an hour and a half. I light one.
You do light a cigarette and begin puffing on it as you hear.
I'm trying to smoke as fast as I can.
And you kind of hear the three in the other room like.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Aiden is probably
tried.
snoring right now.
Well, this is boring. Do we want to go? Let's just do this. I want to go home and sleep in bed now.
Oh, but they said they were going to come back for the digger. We
Better
could
stop.
just go kill them, but if we kill them, I don't have magic. That's useful to help make sure you don't die.
I walk in this room. Listen,
Welcome back, Malachi.
they said they wanted to fix the digger.
Yes.
I throw my cigarette back behind me. They said they wanted to fix the digger. Why don't we just make sure it's really unfixable and then get the fuck out of here?
I think like Aiden is laying on the floor with her head on Yaekaze's foot, just snoring.
I would have offered to carry you, I guess, or have you
Hold
sit
her
on my
like
shoulder or
me.
something. If you wanted.
I think it was just like one of those things that she just like kind of fell asleep and was just like was leaning on you and then just down to it.
Nice soft fox foot.
I want to take a peek at this digger. Let me see if there's any really important looking elements that might be able to be finagled off of there.
You can make a perception check, or you could make a crafting check if you like.
I was about to say, if you're good at crafting, perhaps you're good at, I don't know the right word, uncrafting?
Yeah,
perhaps?
breaking shit is the...
If you want to
That's
break it, I
fun.
can throw a bunch of needle dots in it. That'll break it.
So I'm better with my perception, though I do have crafting.
Well,
But
so
I'll-
I am going to let you know something because we are playing Pathfinder. What skill you use determines information that you get.
Yeah.
While yes, you are technically better at perception than you are crafting. Crafting has to do with more like the mechanical side of things, or the crafting side of things. If, like, say you're,
So I might
trying
have a
to,
better chance crafting.
you will get different information based on what skill you use to make your investigation here. So perception will give you certain things, crafting will give you other things, depending on what you roll and how well you roll. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this being a mechanical thing, chances are crafting might aid you a little bit better
If I will.
if you roll well. And it is going to be a blinded GM roll for this. As you're all waiting there, Malachi, you kind of bend down and start examining the inner workings of this. Do you have any tools, like tinkerer's tools or anything of that nature?
The closest thing that I think I have would be my I do have a repair toolkit.
Okay, that's
and
actually...
And I have a firearm cleaning kit.
Okay. Your repair toolkit is actually the perfect thing for this.
I realize Malachi looks like a mechanic because I'm wearing a white tank top with a cigarette in my mouth. And all
my gosh.
So I throw a towel over my shoulder.
Like you pull out your precision tools and you start kind of tinkering away at it a little bit, and you start pulling out little pieces, and most of it's kind of junk. As you're examining this, you realize that a lot of these parts seem to be reclaimed pieces from other things that they've either repurposed to work within this mechanoid or have melted down and created themselves. Like you're seeing the raw, unfinished edges of hastily crafting work. You're seeing all these little screws and little parts that you're like, yeah, this could not have come from this thing originally. They found these things, and your mind's starting to go back on some of the items that have been stolen, like the suits of armor and stuff like that, and you're like, yeah, this piece here, it looks like it was pounded out and kind of molded, but if you look at it and squint it just right, that's definitely the pauldron on a suit of armor. And you're kind of starting putting this whole idea together that this mechanoid that you're looking at was definitely put together from found parts. You also, over the course of your investigation, find 3 small gems, each of which are probably worth about 4 gold pieces each. That you can tell that while they are gems and they are valuable, they were used as conductive circuits.
Let's definitely take those then.
Yeah. 3 conductive circuit gem. I am adding that.
Yep, and each one is worth 4 gold pieces.
Mark that too. 4 GP each. Do I see any parts that seem to be original to the thing? Like something they haven't been able to recreate or they haven't had to recreate?
The biggest thing that you can tell was not recreated was that glass tube and the housing unit that's in the center of it. The housing unit itself is almost almost a solid piece with a lot of little tiny crystals that probably aren't worth a whole lot. They're like quartz crystals that have been embedded into it, but it's almost like I'm blanking on the word. A chassis, I think is the word.
A chassis?
Chassis. Just a housing unit that if that glass tube was whole and would fit right into it, everything else around it definitely found pieces or hastily crafted pieces or very unrefined pieces. But the housing unit, 100%, that was definitely not something that was just made. You can tell just how well crafted it is.
Did Aeden tell us what they had said earlier? Yes. Okay. Because it sounds like they've got the means to replace the tube. But if I break this housing unit so irrevocably, it wouldn't matter if they could replace it. Because it wouldn't connect. So I would like to try to disable that housing unit for the little tube so that this thing could not be used again.
Okay. You could do that based on your technical knowledge of crafting and
or I could remove it.
You could disable it. You could possibly remove it. It will take time. That's always the factor. based on the crafting roll you made, you're relatively certain that you could extract that housing unit if you had about 2 hours to spend.
To the team and say, I mean, it's obviously some kind of a conductor of sorts, something that allows us to use these little tubes. Should we find another one or figure out how it works? Could be worth a lot if I did remove it, but I'm not sure that we're going to have 2 hours down here.
Well, is there any way that you could shave off time by maybe not being quite so careful about the removal of it?
If I'm going to remove it, I'm going to remove it whole. If I'm going to break it, I'm going to break it thoroughly.
Yeah, breaking it would not take nearly as much time. Like, you could probably break it in like 10 minutes.
So I guess that's my question to you all. We could sit here while I try to take it out. I'm kind of sleepy, but I'm willing to give it a go. Or we could break it and get out of here.
At this point, I kind of think break
We
it
can
and let's
just
just go.
break it.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, are we actually going to be able to sell it?
I'm not worried about selling it. I'm thinking I'm on to building guns, honestly, if I'm being really honest. I'm on to building. My mind is going every which way. No, now I'm kind of frothing over it. Now I kind of want it.
I mean, I don't mind standing here, guarding this door if you want to take the 2 hours, but that's up to you.
You would also know that you're going to be exhausted from spending that much time.
But yeah, by the end of it. Or we try to come back, in which case they may have come and collected it.
Which
if we come back, they may come and fix it before we return.
Yeah, or we could resume our rest here. Hope that we get through it, We
would have to start the rest over at this point. It's been hours.
Yeah.
Or
I say we just break it. Go.
Yeah. Oh, break it and go. Or we could just go meet them.
Well, here,
are y'all coming or not? Like,
but didn't they say something that alluded to the fact that they may have another one, or is it just another piece?
Another canister, like another tube that they could use to reactivate it.
We're pretty sure they went this way, right? To leave.
No, they went this way. They went back this way. Over here.
Okay.
Man, I really don't want to break it. I'll be really honest. I really would like to remove it.
What if we all work together and drag it along with us?
Oh, could I, instead of just removing that bit, could I take off some of the appendages and make it lighter to carry?
Could you? Theoretically, yes. You can see
Would it take as long?
Probably.
Well, what if you're not careful about breaking off the appendages?
It depends on how fine-tuning you're trying to do here. Like, if you just sit there and beat on the thing with a club, you'll eventually demolish it in a few minutes. If you're trying to take off every little screw and piece and component to get every single limb off of it, it would just take time.
No, but listen. The piece that she wants, or the piece that Malachi wants in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the outer edges we don't have to worry about. Bash those off real quick, and we just have the middle to contend with.
That's assuming that the bashing doesn't interact or harm the...
Yeah, or break it.
Like, remember that time that I tried to take apart my the old Subaru engine? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
Mitsubishi?
Yeah, the Mitsubishi, that's it.
Yeah, but see, you were actually trying to be careful.
Yes,
I'm just saying.
All right, everybody.
Break off legs and arms.
Let's just take votes. We are talking in circles, yeah.
Yeah, I want to make an argument that I think it's worth the time to try to get this thing, because it's pretty unique. Seems like it's not going to be able to be recreated, and I don't know when we'll come across another one. That being said, if we did get caught with our pants down, so to say, we could always enact the same plan, which was to cause a distraction and run or try to talk to them.
Yes.
Albeit we might be exhausted by that point. But, I mean, I'm still willing to run. But y'all convinced me to stay down here all night in the first place, and now you're saying let's go sleep in our comfy beds. So I think I should get something for this. That's in my time.
I agree with you that it is very unique and likely potent. We don't know how it works, why it works, how to power it, if it's
I could figure it out with time.
I also have an idea. We could just go meet with them and deal with it and move along with it. Because if we have combat and we win, then you have all the time in the world. Problem is solved.
And if we have combat and we lose, I'm dead.
Well, then we're all with Jorun and it's fine.
That's not. I'm going to stop you right there, sir.
Either way, we have to deal with whatever made this. That is true.
Exactly. So
just let me get it.
We can just go.
We really want you to get it, but I think there are better ways to go about it than just bashing it. Dragging it. I'm already a little encumbered. I can't carry much more. So your glorified mule is a little tired. So I think we need to deal with the problem that we were paid to deal with, and then we can come back and tinker.
Yeah, but we ain't got any magic with which to deal with the problem some of our team members are.
We've dealt with issues without magic before, and if our friend would like some rest, please, you could stay and rest. Or throw your beautiful little darts.
Certainly not going to leave you on your own without me.
I don't want to leave you. I admire your knowledge and your skills. I've seen the delicacy with which you have dealt with burials. It is beautiful, and I would love for you to join. I don't want you to endanger yourself, but we can't sleep. We don't have enough time to break this down. And going back is going to be a bit of a bitch, if I'm being quite frank. So,
right.
Let's go finish the job.
Down
face the problem head on.
Deal with whatever we're going to deal with.
Let's go finish the job.
Let me posit one more possibility. We could just trigger our trap, and then we might have plenty of time.
That depends on whether or not they can get through the rubble before you're finished with taking it apart.
I think the little goblin arms. We got their digger right here. So I'm just saying, it's an idea. If we need to turn and run, we can always run.
We should just deal with the problem.
Okay.
That is probably the best course of action to take at this point in time.
We're all gonna die.
We are.
probably.
Should embrace it with open arms.
Yeah, speak for yourself. I don't think whatever we're making is worth my life.
I high five. I give them a high five. Yes.
I got dreams to accomplish.
Well, then make sure you stay alive.
I'll just let you go first, little one.
Okay.
So what's the plan?
We're facing the problem head on.
Deal with our problems.
And when we start dying, we'll turn and run and trigger our trap. This is so stupid.
Okay, so you do know where the trap is. I just need everybody to give me a DC 10 acrobatics check to get over the very simple little tripwire where of the trap.
I feel like it's likely somebody's going to fail this.
So we do have the 2 hero points, and I think this is probably the best place to use them if somebody triggers it.
I really want somebody to trigger it. I'm just saying.
Probably gonna be fucking me. Yep, see, it is me. I hate you guys. I just hate that everybody was like, let's stay down here, and then the second we wake up, everybody's like, let's leave. And I'm like, bro, you could have left in the first place and had a, I don't know. If I die on this, it's gonna be all yours.
There was not have had a full night's sleep anyways.
There's my hero point.
Okay, you're using a hero point. I'll go ahead and take that off. You rolled a 16. That's better. Everybody without issue makes it over the tripwire. I mean, literally, you're just stepping over it and kind of hopping a little bit, and that's it. And you are able to make it into the next chamber.
9.
You all continue on. It takes about 10 minutes to get through the hallway into the room where the statue of the woman stands silently with her arms open. There are no coins on the altar itself. They're all gone. And that doorway, the hidden doorway that you had all opened, is still lying open.
Wait, who took the coins?
Goblins must have stolen.
Can't hear you, Malachi.
It was probably the goblins. For sure.
Definitely the goblins. You do all notice that in front of the door, there is the chest that you kind of laid it on an angle against the doorway. You never really put anything into it, and it wasn't like super heavy. It was only probably like 20 pounds or so. And it has been pushed to one side. You do notice it's sitting here on the side against the wall right there. The door itself is closed.
Right.
Hey, Aeden, go listen to the door, see if you can hear.
All right.
Over there.
You want me to roll a blind perception check? Do you want me to roll? I'm listening at the door.
Yep. Go ahead and roll your perception check. It is going to be a blind check. You put your ear to the door, listening quietly, telling everyone, shh, shh, shh. You do not hear anyone on the other side.
There's nobody on the other side. I'm going to open it.
Well, before you do you think the little sliver of light in the other room could be a back entrance? Or do we just want to go? We could just go. It's fine. It's fine.
You want to go through the back door? Getting spicy.
Oh, and what?
I'm too sleepy for this.
I think Aiden just says, getting spicy, and then she hears Draven go, no, just open the door, and she opens it.
Okay, you open the door and look through. The room, the chamber beyond, is dark, completely dark, which is interesting because Aeden, when you were looking through that hole, or Draven, I can't remember who it was that looked through the hole in the wall the first time, it was brightly lit, and you could see the chamber itself. However, as you all step into it this time, it is completely dark. The only light you have is coming from the light spell that Yaekaze cast and the ever-burning torch that Malachi is currently carrying.
Might be asleep. Could ambush him.
Coup de grace.
If we're going to ambush them, should I dismiss the light?
Can't see shit.
Can't see in the dark.
Perception check.
Most of us.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. As you step into the room, you see a massive chamber that appears like it could have been an audience hall at one point, though just at a glance, it is ancient. There are 4 tall pillars in the center of the room connecting floor to ceiling. And in the center of that is very ornate looking tile, ceramic tile, in colors of blue and porcelain white. To the one side of the chamber, you can see what was once a very large double-doored archway. That the wooden doorway is smashed and down on the ground, covered in a mountain of rubble. that completely just envelops the opening of that large arched double doorway. To the opposite of that, to the east, you can see a 5-foot section of stairs, stone stairs that have been carved and very carefully placed, leading to a smaller alcove. And in the distance, it looks like there is a smaller door, very barely visible through the light, that seems to lead onward. It's a door leading into darkness, but it's hard to see what's beyond that. However, the room appears to be, at a glance, empty.
Is that what the 23 gave me for the perception check?
With your 23 perception check, as you start kind of glancing about, one thing you notice, Draven, is on... You know where I mentioned the stone tile that you can actually see on the map? I'll even let the audience kind of take a look at that now that you are all there. So bear with me for 1 second. There you go. The one thing you notice at first, the first thing you notice, Draven, about the tiled floor is there are these tiny holes in the ground. They're little more than the size of a coin in width, placed randomly and erratically at the points of where the blue tile meets the white tile. You can also see on the stairs themselves these small, odd-looking contraptions. It's like an oddly shaped disc with a small raised point in the center of the disc. Each one placed in the center of the stairs leading upward to that alcove. Like, they're tiny. They're almost flush with the stone to the point that if you didn't roll that so high, you would not have seen them.
Wow. Yeah, I'll point all that out to everybody and make sure that they know and see if they have any ideas of how to go about this.
Yeah, we could turn around.
Sure.
I mean...
Would my thievery skill help me determine how to potentially disarm what I assume are traps here?
I assume, Draven, you're pointing out these things?
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I thought it must not have made it clear. Yeah, I'm pointing out every single thing that you showed me and just letting them know exactly where they are and just describing them as best I can. So.
Okay. So, Maiko, make for me a perception check.
$24.
Ooh.
The holes in the floor, you would not be able to disarm. Judging based on the look, you're fairly certain that it's a spike trap that is that was like embedded into the floor itself, and there's no way for you to like get picks down there and disarm each one by one. However,
Okay, but can I tell how they are triggered?
Now, based on like just your perspective right now. However, I will also allow you to go ahead and I feel like this is more of a lore check, if not a crafting check, to try to ascertain the nature of this trap. Do you have like anything lore related to thievery or trap design, anything like that?
All I've got is terrain lore.
Yeah, so make me a crafting check. Make that a blind check for me.
Even if it's untrained.
Even if it's untrained, this is just your general knowledge as a thief about the nature of traps.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be very good.
So, you're not sure how you would be able to disarm this trap. It's literally like just tiny little indentations in the floor, which you're fairly certain a spike will come shooting out. Just judging based on knowledge as a thief, you're relatively certain that if you were to step in the wrong place, that would cause the spikes to trigger. And judging the fact that you're only seeing them where the tile is, odds are that if you step somewhere amongst the tile, it could unleash the trap.
Ooh, could I? So, like, close by to where I am at. Like, without actually, stepping onto the tile. I take my foot out and I just, like, not over one of the holes, but, like, around it. Like, just kind of hit down on it, see if I can get the trap to trigger. And if so, how much pressure does it take?
I would like for you to make a reflex saving throw for me.
What's a reflex saving?
There's reflex saving throws. You have them on your sheet.
On the left side of your character sheet, near the middle bottom.
Yeah.
You'll have your armor class, perception, initiative, and then you'll have your save.
Was that supposed to be secret?
No, it's fine. You push your foot on one of the little areas, just barely getting your toe on it, and push. And it barely, like, you push, nothing. You push harder. Nothing happens. You lift up your foot and stomp downward as hard as you can. Nothing happens. You're relatively certain that while the trap does exist, it is currently in a disarmed state.
Oh. Maybe let's not go pull the levers.
Maybe let's go pull the levers.
It's suddenly a much worse idea.
We do. That's what I'm saying. We could have so many barriers to them reaching us, and then we could just be in that room taking the thing out.
Oh, I love your brain, because they think that it's disarmed, but if we activate it and leave, then chances are they won't know that it's activated, and we don't have to deal with it. Problem solved.
Draven, you are coming around to my side, and I like it. I'm just saying, let's take the easy route instead of the hard one.
Also, maybe we should check out over here too, where that little sliver is.
I'm going into that room.
Let's explore this room before we go and beyond the traps.
Perhaps,
yes. So, like, is there anything going in through this little hole over here in the wall? Can't hear you.
The only reason you're actually able to see the hole is you know where it is, and you're trying to, like, juxtaposition. Okay, it was right there. It was around. Oh, there it is. Hold on. You can't see anything on the other side of it because, it's dark. But if you find the hole.
Yeah, I know, but there's, like, no, like, rope or chain or anything going through that hole right there?
There is not. It's just a hole in the wall that allows you to see through to the other side.
So, like, a secret peeky hole.
Mm-hmm.
Secret peeky hole.
No.
I'm gonna go stick my sword in through there, make sure nobody's peeking at.
On the other side, Malachi.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
about the time Malachi gets to the other side and looks through the hole, that's when Maiko shoves her rapier through it.
Oh,
Ah, my eye!
the danger glory hole. Oh no.
Hello. I see you.
No, you don't.
Not anymore.
Well, I got cat-like reflexes, baby.
That's the name of the episode, Danger Glory Hole.
All right.
Okay,
well,
so yeah, how do we want to proceed? 'Cause I'm assuming, I guess these tiles are not active. You said there are little bitty things on this steps, though?
There are, Draven did see these little, well, let's call them landmines, because that's essentially what they are. They're little landmines that are barely indistinguishable. But Draven did see them and was able to point them out.
Don't test to see if those are active.
no.
Well, no, I was just wondering if I guess I wouldn't really be able to just look at them and be able to tell what they would do.
You can make a crafting check to try to figure them out.
Yeah, I'm not trained in crafting, so I ain't doing that.
Can I ask, when I enter this room with the mechanism, are the levers in the same position as we left them?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So they were already deactivated. It's not
Yeah.
like they came in and deactivated.
So I'll describe them for you real quick once
Sure.
again. There's two levers. They have a slot on going above and below. They are currently in the middle position. So you can either lift them up, you could lift them down, you could do one or the other. It's entirely up to you, but they are currently in the middle position, even with one another.
All right. Can I take a closer look at them? I don't think we really investigated them much.
You have
To see
not,
if
and you can make a crafting check or a perception check.
I think I'm going to go with perception for this one. It's only a 9.
You are not sure whatsoever what this does. It's complicated. Like, it reminds you a little bit of the kind of mechanical contraptions that Falderal would tinker around with. It could be so many different combinations. Like, you can tell there's only so many combinations you could do, but you have no clue, just based on looking at the gears and the tubes and the things, what it would do when you lift one or lift the other or whatever.
I
Especially
peek out.
leave them alone.
I peek out of the glory hole and whisper, "Hello." Psst. Psst.
You all hear a voice coming from the glory hole.
Oh, Jordan, is that you?
It's me.
Yes.
It's me,
Yes.
Draven. Come closer.
Draven, I think it's for you.
Draven,
Oh,
your
no.
time has come. I've come to call you home. I'm just kidding. It's me, Malachi. I don't know
Oh,
what the
thank God.
thing does. I don't know what this
Well,
does.
Who's good with machines? Who knows mechanics? I don't.
I mean, I can- I'm okay with
Yeah,
messing
send that-
around. I'm not
send that
an
fairy through the
expert or
glory
anything.
Oh, you're small in stature but big in brain. Go.
Oh yeah, could Adrian fit through that?
Aiden. Can Aiden fit through the
Aiden.
glory hole?
Aiden, Adrian, same difference.
It's a half-inch hole. It's about the size of a
okay.
coin.
I don't even think I.
Oh,
can-
so this is not even a glory hole. Half an inch.
Well, I mean, it depends on the
I mean-
person. I'm not going to judge.
All right. Aiden, come around the long way.
Okay. I'm running as fast as I can.
Why don't you
You
fly?
just
Why?
like almost like toddler. Oh wait, I can't see.
Okay, I'm gonna come out and shine my light.
I don't
God
know where
damn,
I
he's
am.
See, all the time we're wasting on this, I could have been working to get that fucking thing out. I'm mad at all of you.
Yeah, I'm just going to let y'all know you got a point of fatigue at this point.
Absolutely, that's fair.
How do I put that on here?
That is a wonderful, wonderful question. How do we put that on
It's
here?
not worth fighting these
If
people.
you right-click your token, there's a little person with like spikes around him. Click on that, and then you can see all the effects, and you can just apply it.
There you go. It does take a minute. I'll let you all do that real quick.
Fatigue, not fun.
It is not. You are all feeling pretty damn exhausted by this point. It's been a long day. You're not entirely sure what time it is at night. You know you started heading into the tunnels around like not quite 8 o'clock. It's been several hours of traipsing through tunnel after tunnel after tunnel. You are beat.
Aiden, you got anything yet with those levers?
What kind of check are we doing? Crafting?
It is a crafting check. If you're trained.
Nice.
That's so funny.
Hell
I've seen these
me.
before.
You start looking at these this mechanical contraption, the levers, the gears, the tubes, and all of that, and there's that voice in the back of your head, and it's like, "Hey, listen!" And then it starts like just speaking to you in the back of your mind, and you realize, oh, those levers have to do with the spikes themselves. It's currently in the neutral position. If you push them both into the upward position, chances are that they correspond to the quadrants of the tile there, and if you push them both upward, it'll activate both quadrants of the spikes.
I think after hearing the "hey, listen," she's just narrating exactly what is being said in her head.
Okay. It's
And
very...
if we push them both up, it'll activate all of them.
Alright. I go back to the glory hole. Psst. Hey. Hey. Is anybody Aeden figured out that this works the spikes, so I say we all retreat, activate this trap, get started on pulling that thing out so we can get the fuck out of here.
Sounds good to me. I let
Right.
them know. That's what they want to do. What do you guys think?
At this point, it's I think it's up to the government here to finish. We've done everything.
Alright, well, as the self-appointed leader of the government, I'm saying let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no. We'll let the mayor handle it. This is her problem. She pissed me off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So-
I guess
Wait,
when,
Everybody get in this room.
when everybody is out of the room, it's safe. I will flip.
Ooh, and can I lock this door behind us?
Oh yeah, use your thieves' tools to lock it.
There is a lock on the door.
Yeah. Why didn't we just do that in the first place? Put a chest out there.
I'm gonna close the door, lock it, then also drag the chest over
Put it back.
and put it back up there.
Okay.
Is there any way I can wedge it up there, like wedge it up underneath the door handle? Like you know when you lean
Like
a
a
chair
chair?
underneath it?
I mean, yeah, you can certainly try. First, give me a blind to GM thieves tools check, or just a thievery check, to see whether or not you actually lock this door, because it's
Oh,
it's
so
literally
there's not a lock.
no, there is literally a lock. It's not like on either side; it's just a key.
Yeah. I thought when you said that, that's what you meant, was that there was a locking
Yeah.
mechanism.
Yeah,
that you
no,
could just-
it's just a keyhole. However,
Okay.
you are very confident, Maiko. You feel the click. you are confident that the door is locked.
I still want to wedge it underneath the treasure chest, underneath the door handle, as well, just added security.
Okay, you can absolutely do that. It does not weigh a whole lot. You can very easily drag the chest over and wedge it underneath the handle and kind of sit there. Like if someone's really pushing hard, it wouldn't be a super challenge, but it does add to the overall challenge of trying to get the door open.
I'm focused on getting this thing out, so I'm making my way back. Do you need another acrobatics?
Yeah, I want everyone who's going over the trap once again. Flat DC 10 acrobatics check to get over the trap.
It doesn't get easier on account of having done it already?
No. It's a DC 10!
Brother!
DC 10 is failable!
I did.
Failable.
It is very failable.
I did
Obviously,
flip
on
those
account of
levers.
something, you failed it.
Yeah.
Am I using our last hero point here?
Unless you want to get crushed by a bunch of rocks, you're gonna freaking have to.
I also failed it.
Okay, so somebody's getting crushed by rocks either way.
Either way.
But I went through first.
I went to last, so I'll take the crushing.
Okay, you're gonna.
Well, let's see if I can even pass it with the freaking hero point.
Yeah, I mean, Yaekaze was the first person to attempt it.
That's my luck. Let's go.
First person to fail it.
Is going to be Yaekaze who is taking this damage. Let's see.
Yippee.
Here, let me do. Where is it?
I thought y'all were gonna die first.
I'm like, I hate that. I hate that we went there in the first place.
Also, no.
So
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
But sorry. I would like to also say that I, as well as Ashley, just redeemed 2 hero points, so we did get.
Well,
2.
Doesn't Crimson
you
also
can't
have
use it. Another one.
You have the coin?
I already used the coin.
Oh, okay.
Either way, you can't
see...
use more than 1 hero point in the same roll. It's a fortune effect.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you did use it, which brings it to 0. I do see Ash did redeem hero points. That's the only one I'm seeing right now.
Mine is a little above.
Oh, no, I do see it now. Okay. Thank you. So after this roll, you will have 2 more hero points. Bad news is that Yaekaze did trigger the trap as they were trying to come through here. In total, you are only taking 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Like, you were expecting it. You knew it was coming. You knew it was there. And
you
so,
tripped it and you just paused and said, "Ah, shit."
Yeah, you were trying to jump over it. Your toe hits the rope at the last minute, but you're just kind of roll and tumble, and only some of the bricks come down and strike you in the heel, doing 1 point of bludgeoning damage, which is a lot better than it could have been.
Yeah. Well, good thing we didn't do a good job of rigging that trap, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. At this point, I think we've done all we can do as adventurers. We took out the robot, we found the goblins and dispersed some of them, so it is what it is. I think mission accomplished. As far as...
Yeah. I'm no holds barred now. I put a cigarette in my mouth, light it, and then get to work. I'm taking this thing out. And y'all are waiting and watching me do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are gonna sit in the corner and sulk over here.
Mm-hmm.
So are you at...
I'll cast another...
Go ahead.
I will painstakingly, slowly remove this thing for 2 hours.
I will help you.
Oh,
All
so
right,
you're taking the part? You're taking the part?
I'll have you hand me tools. You can be my... You get to hold the flashlight, and I yell at you because you're not aiming it in the right spot.
I can cast more light on every... I'm like, I can have 4 light spells at the same time, so...
God damn it.
Anybody that wants a light, you can... 3 of you can have one.
Yeah, I'm taking the thing out. I'm already exhausted. We're going to sleep all day tomorrow. taking this fucking thing out. I'm gonna have something to show for it.
Well, you can certainly try.
I will.
You are going to make a crafting check for me to see if you can take this thing out without damaging it. It doesn't need to be hidden.
Do you want me to roll my aid check?
Yes, roll your aid check.
Sure.
God, I rolled a freaking
That's
2.
okay. I got passion. I got ambition. I got heart. I got a 22.
Can't... My rolls. Foundry hates me.
You got very lucky, Malachi.
Thank
Even
you.
though Aeden was giving you some really bad advice.
I think Aeden was not holding the flashlight in the right spot.
It's
Aiden
true.
was just falling asleep, and when they asked for a tool, like, gave him, like, not even the right thing.
I'm like, all right, Fairy, are you dumb? Are you stupid? Tell me. Does this look like a wrench to you? This is a screwdriver.
Gives you a piece of paper instead.
What is this? I don't even know where you got that from.
Screwdriver back, hands you, like, a level.
I've never even seen this tool in my life. Where did you get
I think what happens also is every single tool has a nice film of that stickiness, so even if it's the correct one, it's still uncomfortable.
It so does.
But Malachi has dreams of making like just insanely cool guns. So I'm so locked in and focused.
And I kind of imagine that Falderal would just fuck with you every so often. Like you're tinkering with something, that they would come up with like a bag and just explode it behind your head to screw with you. So you're used to distractions. And you had to roll a 20 to get this thing out, but it takes you a very long time, and it's anxiety-ridden.
Sweat.
Several hours.
I need a towel. Somebody wipe my brow.
But at the end of it, you are able to extract the housing for that tube. So you can go ahead and add that to your character sheet as well.
Is it it heavy? How heavy is it?
You need Draven to carry it.
Yeah, okay. I take it out.
It's not that heavy. Like
I wrap it in the bedroll. I give it to Draven, and I say, if you break this, I will kill you. I will. Listen, I got a bullet with your name on it if you break this.
Is it weird that I'm into this? I don't know.
No.
It's weird, but I'm also kind of into it, so take it.
All right. Add it to the pile.
No, we put that in a special spot. Just don't stack it.
You can put that you have the a brass cylinder housing on your character sheet.
All right.
What's the plan?
Let's get out of here. We're leaving.
You're leaving the tunnels. You're heading back to the inn.
We are leaving.
Can we first close this door and then pile all the bodies in front of it real quick?
The bodies that you've covered in dirt and is just like a mound of dirt.
I thought they didn't get covered very much.
No, Draven covered them in dirt. He didn't dig a 6-foot trench, but he covered them in dirt enough to leave a mound.
Maiko, it's no problem. Let's just go.
Can I at least lock the door?
You can try.
No, just go.
Thank you.
If I see a big spider on the way out, I'm killing myself. Killing everyone and then myself.
And so I feel like we leave our team of Pathfinders as they're slowly, exhaustedly making their way out from the tunnels back towards the inn, which is where we're going to end things for this evening. So well done, everybody. You can add another 20 points of experience to your sheets for figuring out the spike puzzle. And let's see if there's anything else. 30 experience. 30 experience, not 20.
Over half.
So
yeah.
you are all over half of your experience to level 2. So well done. And
Yeah.
I didn't kill you
Yeah.
today. It happens.
I appreciate that.
Yay.
Almost got us with the rocks fall everybody dies trick there.
Yeah.
It's true. It's definitely true. Well done, everybody. And thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back next time with the Æther-Tech Wars as our Pathfinder heroes, I guess, retreat and try to get a long rest back at the inn. We'll find out what happens from that point on here in 2 weeks. As always, we go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Crimson, since you're the one who did our recap, why don't you go ahead and go next?
I'm Crimson. You can find me here exclusively every other Monday for the Æther-Tech Wars.
Absolutely. Brie, you're next.
Brie, you can find me here every other Monday. You can also find me at Pink Chic Geek Art on Instagram, where I post my art. This week, I want to plug Following Your Gut. Don't listen to what nobody has to say, because they're probably wrong, and you're right. Think about it.
Brandie, you're next.
I'm Brandie. You can find me here every other Monday playing Maiko. And also here every other opposite Wednesday playing Veed. I'm also on all the socials as at River Dragon 82. That's River with a Y. And yeah, that's it.
John, you're up.
Yes, I'm John. I played Draven tonight. I'm here every other Monday, and also every other Wednesday, where I'm in the Magic Knights campaign. You can also find me at Blue Sky at johnpoart.bluesky.social and on Instagram at creativepanda88.
Okay. Dyto, bring us home.
Hey, I'm Dyto. You can find me obviously here, but also on the off weeks on Wednesdays. I'm also in Curse, where I play Delphine, the wizard. You can also mostly find me over on Lost Caravan. We're currently doing a charity week for wildlife, and I am going to be in the closing game of Monster Care Squad on Sunday night.
Right on.
I'll be playing Jane.
Well, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can find me every Monday and Wednesday running campaigns for this group of awesome players. Always happy to do that. You can find me over on Lost Caravan RPG. I just did a Bloom and Decay one-shot where I summoned the ghost of Jeff Bridges to do a goofy druid. It was a lot of fun. That should be on their YouTube channel here in the next couple days, so definitely go check that out. In less than 2 weeks, on the 16th, you'll find me there again playing Pathfinder. I'm going to be playing my favorite curmudgeon wizard, Edgar Albert Poe. And I'm going to be absolutely ridiculous playing that, because that's what I do when I'm on other people's channels. I just be ridiculous. Let's see. This month you can also find me this upcoming Saturday, the 9th, over on All on the Table RPG. That's in association with the Transverse. I'll be playing Pathfinder. I'm playing Tybal Toldrum, the Catfolk Rogue. We just hit level 4. He is the crafting sort, and he's about to make a bunch of new weapons and armor for his compatriots before heading off to their new adventure. So come check us out. That's on Saturday the 9th at 2 p.m. Central Time. And I think that's kind of it for this week. Oh, of course, obviously, come check me out on Magi Knight's Awakening here this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central. And come check us all out as we continue on with these amazing adventures. So, on behalf of everyone here in the Æther-Tech War and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, don't forget to fight the machine. And have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
They know.